Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Despite having a ironclad prenup, Kevin Costner and his ex-wife Christine Baumgartner are embroiled in a legal dispute. Baumgartner is taking Costner to court regarding the legality and enforceability of the premarital agreement the two parties signed before their 2004 marriage, which she initially filed for divorce on May 1. Baumgartner has been ordered to vacate the family home by July 31 after the two fought about custody and living arrangements. Celebrity divorce attorney Christopher C. Melcher explained to Fox News Digital the requests he's seen when it comes to prenups and which clauses can threaten the validity of the agreement. "I have seen people ask for anti-cheating clauses to penalize a spouse for having an affair. In order to comply with the agreement, there have also been requirements that a spouse have sex on demand or maintain a specific weight," Melcher added. "None of these clauses are enforceable and shouldn't be included in a contract because they go against the law. Some people have boasted about having these kinds of stipulations in their contracts, yet they jeopardize the legitimacy of the whole thing. To do so would be unwise. The location of their children's residence and who would have custody in the case of a divorce are the subjects of more reasonable requests," he continued. "These are important considerations, but parties cannot agree on child custody in a premarital agreement. There are things you can do to make sure your premarital agreement is enforceable," according to Marilyn Chinitz, a high-profile divorce attorney and partner in the matrimonial and family law practice at Rome. "In order to ensure that the prenuptial agreement is not at risk of being set aside, you must make sure that the agreement is fully negotiated, that both parties have counsel, and that full disclosure is provided as part of the agreement," she told Fox News Digital. The most unusual provision Chinitz has seen in a prenup required a spouse to give the other spouse a foot massage once weekly. "At first, I thought it was just injection of humor, but then found out it was not." Despite legal advice not to put an anti-cheating clause in the prenup, a handful of celebrities have allegedly used this, including reality star Teresa Giudice. The Real Housewives of New Jersey star, who is now divorced from Joe Giudice, confirmed she had a premarital agreement with her ex during an episode of the show. "A week before we were getting married, Joe asked me to sign a prenup, and I just felt when you love someone, you don't do that," she revealed in 2020. "I didn't even read it. I just said, I want you to put one thing in there. If you ever cheat, the prenup is void." Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel also allegedly have an infidelity clause. The agreement, which will divide up the couple's property if they ever divorce, holds Timberlake financially liable if he is unfaithful, the New York Daily News reported. Melcher explained that there are cons to signing a premarital agreement, especially if resentment builds. "A one-sided agreement can make a spouse resentful," he explained. "I often hear, 'I want our home to be our home, not yours.' It doesn't feel good to be told that you will get nothing in the event of a divorce." However, celebrities such as Catherine Zeta-Jones, Khloe Kardashian, and Jessica Simpson agree that the premarital agreement is important. Zeta-Jones, who married Michael Douglas in 2000, fielded rumors about the couple's prenup for years. It was once reported that Douglas had offered to pay Zeta-Jones $1.4 million for every year the couple was married in the event they got divorced, but that they settled on $2.8 million. There was a load of rubbish written about it, but there was no arguing, no malicious feud, Zeta-Jones told Vanity Fair in 2001, brushing off the prenup rumors. "If I was marrying someone of lesser fortune who was 25 years younger, I'd be doing exactly the same thing. I think prenups are brilliant because it's all sorted out. Why should Michael be in a position where half of his fortune, which he's worked bloody hard for, should land in someone else's lap? It wasn't a nasty experience for me. It was like, thank God that's done. Let's get on with it. It was signed and put in the bottom of a drawer, hopefully never to be seen again. I get taken care of very well. Melcher emphasized the money aspect of a premarital agreement while speaking to Fox News Digital. A prenup forces romantic partners to talk about money before they start their marriage. It is difficult to have conversations about what if we break up or one of us dies during marriage, so they tend to ignore those important questions. Only after they are married do spouses learn each other's financial expectations. A prenup negotiation gets all that into the open. The divorce attorney added that some people might not marry after understanding their partner's financial expectations, like sharing property owned before the marriage equally and more. Kardashian, who was previously married to Lamar Odom from 2009 until 2016, also strongly backed the idea of a premarital agreement. Everybody needs a prenup, the reality TV star told News in June 2011. I mean, I don't care if you make $5 or $5 million in this day and age. People are crazy, you never know. And when you have businesses together, like we do, you have to protect yourself. It doesn't mean you don't love them. Even Jessica Simpson, who did not sign a premarital agreement when marrying Nick Lachey, later regretted her decision. I wish I would have signed a prenup, she told Dr. Oz in 2020. And that's the funny thing is that Nick wanted me to sign a prenup, but I was like so offended. I was like, we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. We're saying our vows to God and in front of all of our family and friends. Like this never gonna end. And we didn't sign a prenup. Premarital agreements can be tricky, but are a major advantage when it comes to keeping lives in order in the event of divorce, Shinitz explained to Fox News Digital. According to Melcher, the justifications for a premarital agreement vary, but they can include things like a strong distrust that marriage can truly last a lifetime, to the need to control a partner, or simply good planning for the protection of both spouses. A premarital agreement may be desired by someone who has already experienced divorce, whether as a result of their own unsuccessful relationships or as a youngster who watched a family separation. Making a new partner pay for another person's sins is analogous.